Well, the crazy man's back. At least some of y'all think I'm crazy. Some of y'all listen to me, and I appreciate that. Thumbs up to you. Uh, it's like I say, if like what I say, hit like, subscribe. If you don't like what I say, just hit like, and then tell somebody you don't like about me and let them waste their time. Uh, it's about as much fun as we're going to get out of this one. Things have been changing a lot. That's why I have not been coming on as regular as I wanted to. I've been waiting to see how things are going to play out. Right now, things are not playing out real good. Uh, we are about to make a gigantic mistake up in D.C. I don't care that those people in government think that they know what they're doing. Evidently, they don't, or I think our government's done past the point of no return when they said that God uh, had no say so in our government. Uh, things lately between us and Israel have gotten pretty testy. Joe Biden wants Israel to do an immediate ceasefire to stop what they're doing to Hamas. They want them to agree to a two-state solution, which will not work. I'm telling you right now, it won't work because God gave all of Israel. If you want to know the exact plots of land that you don't mess with, go to the first 5 books of the Bible. It lays out what land is protected, what land isn't protected. Uh, it's pretty. It gives you. It's pretty well laid out for 11 of the 12 disciples, but everybody except for the Levites who have towns in every territory. That was just the first thing that happened. Second thing that happened is Biden has ordered Israel to have another election and get rid of Netanyahu. They want a regime change so that they can get their ceasefire and end things the way they are. Of course, they talk about Israel killing everybody, but they're not talking about Russia killing everybody in the Ukraine, or they're not talking about other people that they accuse Trump of being friendly with, that they seem to be friendly with. You don't see them talking about China and their aggression in the Pacific. Japan right now is scrambling, trying to put together an army that we would not allow them to have when the World War II ended, and promised them that we would take care of them. And now that China is breathing down their necks, we're not following through with our word. Excuse the interruption. I think the Chinese have come in here to stop me from making this tape, but my security forces taking care of them. See, where was I? Yeah, Japan. We promised to take care of Japan But now, since Japan is now under threat from Russia, as is Thailand and all that land out there, we're not going to help out. So now Japan sits defenseless as China looks at Thailand to reclaim them. And then you know that Japan will be next on the list. So look out for that. The other big news is right now there is a gathering in the Middle East of all the principles of Ezekiel 38 and 39. And the countries not mentioned in it, Saudi Arabia, Jordan, a couple others, are actually pitching in to help Israel, which I thought was pretty cool. However, Russia is now sending troops to Syria. Iran just got through bombing them. And they've just bombed Iran. So it's bringing us closer and closer to World War III. Now, which side are we going to be on? I do not know. I hope we're smart enough to go along with Israel. Because God says, if you bless Israel, I'll bless you. If you curse Israel, I'll curse you. I, for one, will back Israel no matter what the country does. I hope you do the same. I've always said, if you don't support Israel and what's going on, I don't see how you can be a Christian, because Israel is the most important thing in the Bible. They're the most important country in the Bible. They're the apple of God's eye. He is not through with them. He is going to bring them into the fold at some point. I'm thinking that point is quickly arising. I'm not saying we're going to get to Ezekiel 38, 39 in the near future. I'm just saying that the characters of Ezekiel 38, 39 are coming into place right now. We might be 4 or 5 years from it. However, that is something to watch. Next thing on my agenda, I told you this would be a whole new set of things, is the WHO, the World Health Organization. Now, the World Health Organization is putting the blueprints down for the one world government. And the way this is going to work is all the countries of the world will decide on a understanding that if another pandemic breaks loose, the WHO will take over your country, our country, everybody's country that's on board with them. And right now we are on board with them. They will take away our freedoms in order to get what they want done. So if they order the churches to not meet, the churches will not be allowed to meet. The government will make Sorry about that. Macy, hush. The foundation for one world government should be laid by 2030. Some are suggesting 2028, 2029. Hush. Right now we're up to our necks in it. This election is going to be very important for a couple of reasons. And we'll get to the election in a minute. If we don't have the election, here's what's going to happen. Once they get Trump put away, or get where he's broke and they strip everything away from him, they're not going to stop there. Christians are the one that's being blamed for the whole Trump incident. We are being blamed for the ones who put Trump into office. They'll be coming after us next. We did not close down some of us did not close down our churches during the pandemic. They have not forgot about that. They're going to come after us. We know that from the Bible. We know that looking through history. The time is coming when the church is going to have to either defend itself or allow the government to come in and do what they're going to do to us. I have always, and this is going to sound revolutionary, as some of y'all know I am a revolutionist. I believe in a bloodless revolution, though. I believe in a revolution at the voting polls. I don't believe in an actual revolution, but it may come to that. I've always said the churches ought to have armories. And I'm being proved right. You can't go to church now without a threat of somebody coming into your church and shooting it up. If we had armories, they wouldn't feel so emboldened to come in and start shooting because we would be able to shoot back. Some of y'all are saying, well, it's not very Christian-like. I call bull on that. The Bible says if you don't take care of your family, you're worse than an infidel. We're here to protect each other and our families and to win a dying world to Christ. And some of us are doing that, some of us are not doing that. Some of us are good Christian people, and the church don't have no problems, and everything is hunky-dory at your church. And that's fine. If it is, keep doing your job. Some churches have gone. Some churches have gone progressive. They're letting things into the church that we're not supposed to let in. Now, I'm not going to say anything about women preaching. That's up to the church itself. If you want a women preacher, to me, that's okay. Bible don't like it, but that's between you and God, your church and God. I'm not going to say nothing about it. If you want to allow homosexuals into your church, that's between you and God. But our country is falling into immorality. It's falling into idol worship. It's falling on all sorts of sins. We have homosexuality running rampant. We have people having affairs on their wives, premarital sex. We have abortions by the hundreds. America is not going to stand long if we're not supporting Israel. And we have all these things that God can judge us on. Because God will judge us. If he don't judge us, he's going to have to apologize to Sodom and Gomorrah. And God don't apologize. God is a loving God, but God is also a righteous God, and God is a God that goes by the rules. You break his rules, you will be punished. I have been God's woodshed several times. I don't like God's woodshed. It's bad. Some of y'all been in God's woodshed too, and some of y'all been lucky and avoided God's woodshed. Some of y'all not stiff-necked people like I am. But you watch the news, you watch what's going on. Time is short, and it gets shorter every day. Will it be in our generation? I don't know. Will it be in the next generation? Probably. Will it be in the next generation? For sure, if it's not in our generation or the next generation. At the rate the world is going right now, it cannot survive. If you don't come back soon, there won't be nothing to come back to. Anyway, I see my time is up with y'all. Y'all have a great day. Have a great weekend. I will see you next week, and we'll talk about more about what's going on. Write your congressman. Tell them that you support Israel and you expect them to support Israel. We need to come together this election and vote in one block like we did a few years ago when we elected Trump. Remember, if you believe in God, you're a Christian nationalist. If you believe the rights of man comes from God, you're a Christian nationalist. If you are a Christian nationalist, you are an enemy of the United States of America right now. Hey, that's what I got to say. Like I say, hit subscribe, hit you like it. Hit you don't like it. It'd be interesting to see who don't like it. All right, y'all have a great day. Goodbye. Good hunting.